Mr. Agarwal, 1/3 of these beggars that we are talking about are disabled. They take up begging because they can't find work. Some have deformed legs, and the government wants to put them in beggars' homes, which resemble jails.
Are jails better than staying on the street, sleeping on the street? Jails may be better off. We don't know. It would be good if they get educated, they get jobs. But till they get education, which is not easily coming in within 1 day or 2 days, sleeping on the road, becoming a sex objects of the other people, it's better to be in jail. Maybe you may say, well, those jails are as bad as the streets, but it has got some control.
What do you do with these beggars who are very poor? It's not just the Dalits or untouchables that's the problem. There are very many poor people in India. Fred?
Immigration, send them here. Make them come over here. That problem will be solved in no time.
I think the issue is an endemic one in the construction of the economy and the economic policies that are being pursued by the government. We find, in the Gospels, Jesus said, the poor will always be with you. The poor will exist in every culture and every society of the world today. The question is not can we eliminate poverty, but how to reduce it to a manageable context.
The bad news is that while Nehru was a secularist, he also imported the one thing that they should have kicked out that the British brought, and that was socialist ideas. And that kept India in terrible shape for many, many decades. They're getting out of that, but let's remember, for example, one serious problem in India is the bureaucracy. It's absolutely impossible to get through it. That's why you have thriving black markets in India. You see what can be done if people have economic freedom. And let's take a look at Muhammad Yunus, who won the Nobel Prize in economics, not from India, but Bangladesh. I've met him before, a very interesting man, who set up a bank, the Grameen Bank, to give small microloans to the poorest of the poor, to give them capital. And you look at the success of his experiment, and that shows what we all know. If people are given freedom, if poor people are given freedom, they'll prosper. You know how we know this? The United States of America was a country settled by poor people, wave after wave of poor people coming here, taking the freedom and working their way out.
And freedom does not mean casting them out and calling freedom simply an abdication of responsibility of government. The responsibility of government is in providing not only freedom for the people, but a rule of law on which the people can depend, the recognition of private property rights, and the security for those people.
But there is no property, man. They don't have food. So they don't have property. So what type of a property right we are talking about?
Microloans enable them to engender enterprise.
I think, again, I'll revert back to what I said earlier. When in a system, the power is in the hands of few, such things happen. When it comes to beggar problem, we may have compassion for all of them, those who go sleep hungry or those who are on the streets. And as it said that no, the law should be made to put them behind bars or stop that. The fact of the matter is that any beggar standing in front of a temple or a railway station or an airport, even today must be paying to the police for his daily standing there. The police is such corrupt. Only with such laws, what will happen is that police said, okay, now you are paying me 5 rupees a day, now you'll have to pay me 20 rupees as the law is very strict now. So only that difference will it make. So in a corrupt society,